All right, number 3, we want to multiply 4x minus 5 raised to the third power. So what you want to do is write this out 3 times. All right, so in class we have discussed multiplying binomial shortcut. So whenever you have something of this nature and it's squared, so when you multiply sometimes itself, so I'm just focusing on these first 2 first. And I'm going to do this one later. I'm going to do the shortcut. We're going to square the first term, multiply the 2 terms, and then double that, because you're going to have that term twice, and then we're going to square the last term. If this is confusing, just go ahead and FOIL it out, and you will get the same thing for this part, and then you can add this part later. So I'm going to square 4x. So it's going to give me 4 squared is 16, and then you square the x, it's going to give you x squared. If you multiply 4 times a negative 5, that's going to give you a negative 20. Negative 20x, but you have to double it because you're going to have that term twice. So if you double 20, you're going to get 40. So negative 40x. And then you square negative 5, which is going to give you a positive 25. Okay? So this is just a shorthand if you remember that when you're doing 2 of them. And then we're going to add the third one. I'm going to just distribute. So I'm going to multiply 16 times both, and then the negative 40x times both, and then 25 times both. So 16 times 4 is going to give me 64x, and x squared is going to give me x cubed. So I get 64x cubed. Then I'm going to do 16x squared times negative 5. That should give us a negative 80x squared. Alright, so I'm done with the 16. So now I'm going to do negative 40x times 4x. 4 and 4 is 16, so negative 160x. Should be x squared, actually. Negative 160x squared. And then negative 40 times negative 5. 5 times 4 is 200. So that's going to be a positive, because negative times a negative is a positive 200x. Alright, so that one's done now. We're going to do 25 times 4x. That will give us 100x positive. And then 25 times 5 will give us a negative 125 because it's a negative 5. Alright, so we got like terms to combine, x and x, and then write our final product. So we get 64x to the third. This will be minus 240x squared plus 300x minus 125. We're getting all that. Plus 300x minus 125. Alright, so 64x cubed minus 240x squared, 300. Okay, looks good.